see they're throwing honeybees. What branch are they on?
Yeah.
There's thousands in there.
Yeah. The key is, though, to get the queen.
Yeah.
If I can get the queen in the box, they'll literally crawl right in with her.
That's your job. We're going to watch from afar.
How long have they been here?
Since yesterday.
About this time.
Yeah. Well, no wonder.
Oh, no. They
About
came
11
at
o'clock.
noon. Yeah. So a
11
day.
to 12 o'clock.
Yesterday or today?
Yeah. Yes.
yesterday.
I was putting the something back over there, and she goes, Jeff, come here. And I come around, and you could. I took a video,
It's like a
picture of it. And you could just see all these dots like it was snowing.
Oh, yeah.
How does this compare to others you've seen?
But I've seen that. This is bigger than what I've seen, but
If you put your hand in there, like really
Go
slowly.
ahead. You put yours in. I'll watch.
you know, a lot of people will go up there and people who've been around bees a long time and they'll do that because they're comfortable doing that. I'm not that comfortable doing it.
You're just going to go like that? You're afraid? Have you got a stung?
I haven't.
I'm allergic, so I'm gonna
You
let-
look like you could run fast.
Yeah.
Yep, now you hear them. Now they're angry. What's that box?
This is the nook. This will be the new home.
Okay. Are you able to see the queen?
Not in this large amount.
We're just hoping it's in there.
We'll know in a couple minutes to see if all the bees will follow and to go in.
Yeah.
As they keep going back to that, make you think the queen's still on that branch.
Yeah.
They're staying in the box fairly well, but there's still a lot of them that are going back up to the tree, which they can do to some degree, but I want to try to get as many as I can so that I have the best chances possible that I grabbed it. Once I seal it up, I'm going to seal it up for a day so they can't get out. So it's a nice swarm of bees. I hate to not get the time.
Do you have a queen at home?
I don't have an extra queen now. I'd have to look to see if someone has one. It's getting late in the year for an extra queen. I'd like to look and see, but yeah. Overcrowded, or because there could have been another queen, she got kicked out, but probably because of overcrowding or something else came in there. So not likely that there won't be two queens inside here now. But see, they smell her, and that's what they're attracted to.
Okay.
That's why I said, but they're not really leaving the box so much now, as you can see. They're kind of staying in the box. So it could be that they're just hanging around where her smell was still. But I still want to try to get as many as I can off that.
Sure. Yeah, we would like it as amazing. So, is this a big? What do you make honey and stuff out of this?
So we have a couple of hives at home, and we have to say we get honey off them. That's
So you can get them back in there.
Yeah, so what we'll do is if they'll stay in here, we'll leave them locked up, like I said, for a day. And then I'll just open that box up and see if they'll adapt to it where the new location is in our honey yard. And if they do, I'll put them into a bigger hive. And the key now is to get them to build up their supplies for winter so they can make it through winter.
Gotcha.
If that makes,
Yeah.
And you're going to ride in the car with that?
Well, it'll be filled up. Besides, it's not my car, it's my daughter's car. Before they leave the hive, they gorge themselves with honey. Everything they have, all the supplies. So they're not really in a fighting mood. They're more in the mood of survival to find a new place to go.
Okay. Cool.
So,
okay, let's say that's full with the maximum number. How much honey can that make in it?
well, so that's only holds max 5 frames. Okay?
Okay.
In a regular honeybee box, the bottom box, the
Uh-huh.
brood box will hold 10 frames.
Okay.
And you put another brood box, brood meaning they lay the eggs in there, 10 more frames.
Okay.
Then on top of that is what's called your honey super. They're smaller frames because if we get them the big frame when they filled with honey, you wouldn't be able to carry them.
Okay.
So we had 2 hives and we ended up getting 3 supers filled with honey and we got about 100 pounds out of it.
And what do you do with the honey?
We harvest it and then we give it away to family, sell a little bit. Whatever.
Cool.
That way, so we'll bring you a bottle over tomorrow. We're bottling it up tonight. So we'll bring you a bottle tomorrow. It's Beans Bees. Named after her. In the wintertime, kind of like a husband, they get kicked out of the house.
Okay.
So they're going to kick them out pretty soon as the weather starts to turn and gets colder. They'll literally drag the male drone bees outside and let them die.
Oh.
And they die over the winter. So that they reduce the hive size to something they can sustain over winter.
Oh,
And their food supply. So,
So
the goal
where
now,
do you think these came from?
somewhere around here in the wild, who knows if they're probably within a half mile probably somewhere around here. Yeah, probably
They
not
have
too
to
far.
land here.
Probably not too far, but yeah, I'm
'Cause
glad they landed
I
on a
moved
small branch versus something up high.
Yeah. When you kept saying how high is it, I kept going, oh, it's about 18
I knew exactly what you
inches.
said. I said 7 feet.
Yeah.
But when I mowed the lawn yesterday morning, and I would have noticed it.
Probably.
Because I mow right around here.
Well, you said you saw them coming in a big swarm, hey?
Yeah.
I did.
She
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did.
That'd be cool to see.
That
Oh, it
was
was incredible.
unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
I took some pictures and like I said, it was like dots, like snow.
Right.
You couldn't make out what it was, but then we took some real close-ups too. And
There's not as many up there now.
no, they're all in the box.
I closed the box up, and I want to kind of get an idea to see.
So how much bigger is the queen bee? Because my queen is smaller than me.
It's noticeably bigger, but it's still hard when you have 20,000 bees inside. You're pulling hives out. It's still hard always to identify. It's why a lot of times if you have a hive that you buy, you have it marked with a pen. You'll mark it with a pen to see. And there's times that we go in our hive that we don't see the queen, but then we just look to see that there's eggs in there. If you see eggs in there in different stages of the larva, and as far as her reproducing, then you can be fairly certain your queen's still in there, still producing. It's when you're not seeing that it becomes more of a worry. Some people gotta see the queen every time. They just have to. It's in their head. I'm not that way. We want to see signs of her producing, and then I don't really care if I see the queen so much. I mean, I still care about it. Not that much.
What did you say about 10, 20,000 bees?
I said when you're pulling a hive, when you open a hive box up, like, there's so many bees in there. You try to find the queen all the time can be difficult.
How many do you think was in that group?
Judy asked me to guess at that. I have no idea.
Well, you got to figure that stuff out.
Yeah, you figure.
You figure
They
how big
say-
a bee is in this
And they say there's like, I
circumference
think
around
it's
it.
like 35,
Couple
30, I think it's like
thousand.
3,500 bees to a pound, I want to say. If I'm not mistaken, maybe it's higher. Probably looked it up on Google. And that's probably a good, 8 to 10 pounds in there. So it's quite a bit.
Good Lord.
The box is pretty full. It's full. I bought in 3-pound packages before. You buy bees like that. And that's quite a bit more than the 3-pound package that we buy.
So how much would that cost if you were going to buy it? I'm just curious.
Yeah, like $145.
Really?
Yeah.
That's why everybody wants
with the queen, with the queen.
wants the bees.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Again.
So the goldenrod right now this time of year is what the bees really use for their main source food, and that's why there's a lot of it around. They'll be able to go and find that. It's close by, and they'll fly up to 2 miles to find that stuff. So 2 mile radius where we're at.
That's funny,
Which is
'cause,
pretty
a
far.
deer is only like 6 mile radius.
What's that?
A deer is like 6
Yeah,
mile
it's
radius.
a little farther. So they'll go out there and get it, which is good.
Well, it looks like they're trying to get in.
Yeah, they could be because the queen's in there.